If you're going to go at a legend, you better not miss. As we know, Angel Reese come out this week. She absolutely crushed her own teammates into the dust, and she even decided to go after a legend, the legendary Courtney Vandersloot, who, of course, blew out her ACL at the beginning of the season, and she is in the midst of making a comeback. And, of course, Angel Reese made some comments that were none too kind to a legend.
Nothing could have prepared fans for the moment when Angel Reese chose to attack one of the most admired veterans in WNBA history. But the Chicago Sky 2025 season has turned into a lesson in dysfunction.
Yeah. At this point, it's over. That whole Sky Barbie thing, that thing is over. Angel Reese is done in Chicago. They're going to move on. They have to. With what Courtney Vandersloot just came back and said, Courtney Vandersloot just smoked Angel Reese. And you know who else is going in on Angel Reese? You got Nightcap with Unk and Ocho, Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson going in on this Angel Reese situation. She didn't think it was going to go this way. This went all the way in left field. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
What started off as a routine interview devolved into a character assassination on Courtney Vandersloot, the league's second leading assist producer, 5-time All-Star and 2-time champion. The backlash has been even more devastating, despite the astounding chutzpah.
With the Sky. She's won a championship with the Liberty. And I mean this when I say this, Jeff Pagliocca does not give two fucks about the star power of Angel Reese. As well as that, it's not like a Caitlin Clark star power where having Angel Reese on your team instantly improves your city's economy. Having Caitlin Clark on your team improves your city's economy. Having Angel Reese on your team doesn't do any of that. It does not do any of that. However, this Courtney Vandersloot is someone that Angel Reese has. She was the one player Angel Reese name dropped in her thing about basically saying she's not good. She's not going to be good enough.
Let's be really clear about what transpired. Angel Reese, a second-year player who has seen more regression than improvement, was undoubtedly concerned about Courtney Vandersloot's ability to recover from her ACL injury given her age.
Angel Reese will be lucky if she has a third of the career that Courtney Vandersloot has had. And by the way, this has only been out maybe an hour, and I'm seeing responses from Angel Reese fans. They are some of the ugliest, nastiest, ghetto thug responses. I'm going to keep it real. Responses I've ever seen in my life. People have calling her Courtney a bitch, a hoe. I mean, I shit you not. That's the level of response Angel Reese fans have given this NBA legend.
This irony is so thick that a knife could cut through it. Angel Reese talks to a woman who led the Sky to their first and only WNBA victory in 2021 before heading straight to New York to assist the Liberty win their first championship in 2024. Compared to Reese, Vandersloot has more championship rings and more seasons above 050. This is comparable to a high school junior varsity athlete wondering if Michael Jordan is too old to play.
The Chicago Sky, they might be saying to themselves, Angel Reese just isn't worth the headache that she is causing. Great rebounder. As for everything else, she's not worth the headache that she's causing. She's going to call out the organization. She's going to call out the front office. She's going to call out the teammates, throw Courtney Vandersloot under the bus. Doesn't really go over well with the organization. Doesn't really go over well with the teammates.
If you're enjoying this, don't forget to hit subscribe. Courtney Vandersloot didn't carve out her legacy by shying away from adversity, even when it came in the form of disrespect from teammates nearly half her age. Her reply was calm, precise, and devastating in its quiet confidence. People love to bring up my age, Vandersloot said with the poise of a veteran who has silenced critics for more than a decade. But it's never held me back. I'm returning, and I'll be stronger than ever, because that's what I've always done. I've built myself to keep competing, no matter what the calendar says. The message between the lines was impossible to miss. While Angel Reese has been caught up in excuses and finger-pointing, Vandersloot has stayed true to form. showing up, putting in the work, and letting her performance do the talking. At 36, she isn't chasing clout or sympathy. She's treating this setback with the same measured, disciplined approach that has defined her storied career. A career not built on noise or theatrics, but on relentless consistency, leadership, and the respect she's earned across the league.
She said, contrary to what people think, what people say or think, my age is actually not a factor. I am coming back. This is after Angel Reese said, yeah, Sloot is old. We need somebody young that can do this, that got some experience, but we need somebody young. She too old. I don't know if she can come back from that torn ACL. Sloot wasn't going for it. And I'm going to tell you right now, Courtney Vandersloot has won a title in Chicago, and she will not be playing with Angel Reese next year. I'm going to tell you that right now.
This is exactly what Reese's supporters overlook. Vandersloot has never needed the noise. She doesn't rely on social media comebacks or stage drama to stay in the spotlight. Her legacy is already written in the numbers. She is the all-time WNBA leader in assists per game, averaging 6. 6. A masterful floor general whose court vision and unselfish play elevated every roster she's ever been part of. Achievements like that don't demand outside approval, especially not from a player still trying to prove she belongs. Reese, on the other hand, continues to mask flaws with swagger. Her 3. 9 turnovers per outing in 39. 1% shooting clip aren't just minor blemishes. They are red flags, reminders of a game that remains incomplete. Where Vandersloot, even at 36, shows how intelligence and precision can extend greatness, Reese is offering the cautionary counterexample. Raw talent without refinement risks fading into irrelevance.
Angel Reese will make the WNBA bigger than the NFL in 5 years. Girl, what are you smoking? How is this going to work when she can't even sell herself? I mean, the NBA will be lucky if they even last that much longer. That's the point we're at. And who's to say Angel Reese will even be on a team in that long too? Like, this girl always will find some way to complain or feel that she is deprived of whatever right it may be. Nobody likes angels, Dawn. Like, just get it through your head. And people are gonna say, well, she's beautiful. Girl, if that is all you have for your people to back you up on, you know you're doing something wrong. Regardless of what I think, girl, do not rely on that for your whole personality.
Let's break down exactly what Angel Reese was taking shots at, because the numbers alone expose how out of place her criticism really is. Courtney Vandersloot's resume isn't just impressive. It's a Hall of Fame blueprint. 5-time All-Star, 2-time champion. 7 assist titles, and the single-game assist record of 18. She ranks second only to Sue Bird in career regular season assists, and stands alone as the all-time leader in playoff assists. When she stepped away from Chicago after 2022, Vandersloot left as the franchise leader in games played, assists, and steals. This year, upon her return, she added yet another accolade, becoming the Sky's all-time leading scorer, overtaking none other than her own wife, Allie Quigley. And this is the legend Angel Reese chose to call out. Before her injury, Vandersloot was quietly averaging 10. 6 points, 3. 1 rebounds, and 5. 3 assists in only 7 games. Numbers that, when placed beside Reese's full season production, make her campaign look underwhelming. The difference? Vandersloot delivers stats that elevate those around her, while Reese continues to play a style that often leaves her teammates as bystanders. The veteran point guard knows what Reese still hasn't grasped. Basketball is about lifting the team, not just padding your own reel.
Let us recognize 5-time All-Star, 7-time assist champion, 5-time All-WNBA, 2-time WNBA champion, 2011 All-Rookie team. Angel will not have the career that Courtney Vandersloot has had. She won't. You know why? Because I don't think the league's going to tolerate her long enough. She's going to run her mouth until she just ends up jumping from team to team until she does what I think she should do right now. Quit the WNBA and go to Unrivaled and don't come back.
What makes Reese's outburst even harder to stomach is the timing. Vandersloot's ACL tear happened barely 5 minutes into Chicago's 7th game of the season. She went down driving to the rim, needing help to leave the floor, her pain obvious to everyone watching. For a teammate to publicly cast doubt on her ability to come back from such a brutal injury, especially at this stage of her career, wasn't just reckless, it was cruel. This wasn't constructive basketball talk. It was a personal attack of the harshest kind. The backlash was immediate. Around the league, veteran voices rose in Vandersloot's defense, many stunned that a second-year player would dare question the credentials of a living legend. Perhaps more damning, though, was the response inside Reese's own locker room. Her teammates didn't need words to show their disapproval. Body language and silence told the story. Reports from the team meeting that followed suggest the fallout was ugly, with insiders hinting that trust inside the Sky's locker room may have been permanently fractured.
Angel Reese doesn't touch the floor. Doesn't play in the first half, doesn't play in the second half. Oh, this is interesting. Did Tyler Marsh just say, you know what? Angel, I like the group that we have in right now. We don't need you. We're playing well. I don't know. Does Angel Reese throw a hissy fit in the locker room, says, no, I'm not playing? Kinda did that. Maybe not that exact, but she went about not playing. Yep, instead of coming to help her teammates, she would rather stick it to the Chicago Sky organization.
The most damaging fallout from this controversy isn't just the disrespect. It's the glaring contrast of highlights between Angel Reese and Courtney Vandersloot as players and teammates. Vandersloot's entire career has been defined by her ability to lift others. She owns the WNBA record for team assist percentage at 0%. Proof that when she's on the court, the ball moves with an efficiency and rhythm few players in history have ever produced. She's the kind of leader who doesn't need to tweet, posture, or talk her way into relevance. Her game and her professionalism command respect in any locker room she enters. Reese, on the other hand, has developed a reputation for eroding team chemistry wherever she lands. Her habit of calling out teammates, coaches, and even management has created a culture of instability around her. The results speak for themselves. The Sky sit at 10-31 this season with Reese billed as their franchise centerpiece. Her inability to make others better stands in sharp opposition to Vandersloot's legacy of transforming ordinary rosters into legitimate championship threats.
Angel Reese is an a-hole. I'm straight up saying she just is. And this is due to immaturity, inflated ego, people gassing her up. And I blame society, really. I blame society the most of this because it's really predictable when a young person is given all this attention, given money, and all this. But the thing is, it was predictable because we know the level of talent isn't there. Yet the media kept gassing her up. Her fans kept gassing her up.
The clearest illustration of the divide came when Reese, after being suspended for her remarks, suddenly developed a back injury that just happened to keep her out of the very game she was expected to return. The move was seen for what it was, an obvious dodge to escape accountability, while clinging to a victim narrative that nobody was buying. On the other side, Courtney Vandersloot is quietly grinding through her rehab with the same steady resolve that has marked her entire career. Entering her 16th WNBA season, she has never taken shots at teammates, stirred up drama, or fractured a locker room. Instead, she has built a resume of winning, adapting her game when needed, prioritizing team goals above individual glory, and leading through example rather than empty talk. Even while sidelined, Vandersloot continues to back her teammates, focus on recovery, and prepare for her return, all without chasing sympathy or hiding behind excuses. The contrast between the two could not be clearer.
Angel Reese, after playing her previous game against the Connecticut Sun, I believe, after having rest, being suspended for the Indiana Fever game, suddenly, in those 5 days off, Angel Reese's back starts acting up. Oh, my back hurts. My neck. My back. Oh, my back hurts. Angel Reese says, oh, it hurts. Interesting, Angel. Very interesting. What a weird time for your back to start acting up now. Angel Reese said, you know what, Chicago Sky? You want to suspend me for a game? Fuck it. My back hurts. Don't even worry about subbing me back in. Don't even worry about me starting the third quarter. My back hurts. Fuck y'all. I don't want to play for y'all. Leave me the hell alone.
In just 2 seasons, Angel Reese has managed to fracture her own organization from the inside out. Her constant griping about roster construction, coaching calls, and even the abilities of her teammates has fostered a toxic atmosphere that reaches well beyond the game itself. Choosing to single out Courtney Vandersloot, the most respected veteran on the roster, wasn't just reckless. It was a display of poor judgment that cast doubt on her basketball IQ and any real leadership potential. The data, however, backs Vandersloot's confidence in her comeback. History shows that players have bounced back from ACL tears even late in their careers, and Vandersloot's elite conditioning, sharp basketball mind, and disciplined rehab regimen give her every chance to return at a high level. Unlike those who rely solely on physical gifts, her greatness has always come from vision, intelligence, and the ability to elevate teammates. Those tools don't fade with age. If anything, they sharpen with experience.
Nobody was wondering, hey, is Courtney Vandersloot going to be back? Will she return to old form? Nobody was even thinking about her. You brought her up and took a direct shot, and she's firing those shots back off at your ass. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is Angel Reese will not be wearing a Chicago Sky uniform next year. They don't have the pieces. They don't even have their own first round pick. They gave it up. So they don't even have the pieces to build through the draft. Free agents aren't going to want to come there. They don't want to go there to play with that team. So they are built to tank without picks. So they're in a bad spot.
What makes this saga even harder for Sky fans to stomach is watching Angel Reese's steady regression while she deflects blame onto everyone else. Her shooting has slipped to just 39.1%. Her turnovers have nearly doubled, and advanced stats show the team actually performs worse with her on the court. Instead of tightening up her own game, she chose to target the one teammate who could have guided her toward becoming a more complete player. At this point, the relationship between Reese and Chicago Sky looks beyond repair. Her decision to publicly attack Vandersloot wasn't simply bad judgment. It was a betrayal of trust, the kind of misstep that veteran players across the league won't forget. Vandersloot's calm but cutting reply underscored a timeless truth. In professional sports, respect is something you earn through consistency and character. Longevity isn't built on Instagram followers or headline-chasing drama. It's built on substance, discipline, and the ability to elevate others.
I'm gonna be frankly honest. I don't think she has much talent as it is. I don't. The only thing she got going, she does have a motor. One thing you can't say is she's lazy. That's the only 2 redeemable qualities that she has. But the problem is her motor now is into attention, is into trying to be famous instead of her game. She had that motor before at LSU. Also, you had Kim Mulkey holding her accountable. She hasn't had a coach holding her accountable at all until this.
As Courtney Vandersloot readies herself for a return with the same steady focus that has defined her Hall of Fame caliber career, Angel Reese remains stuck in a cycle of finger-pointing and blame-shifting. Vandersloot has silenced doubters time and time again, and there's little reason to think this comeback will be any different. Reese, however, continues to show that her issues go beyond on-court skill. Her constant deflection of responsibility and attacks on teammates reveal a deeper flaw, a failure to grasp what true success at the professional level demands. Now, the Chicago Sky are at a crossroads. Lean on a proven champion who knows how to win, or keep investing in a player whose biggest contribution has been stirring chaos. Vandersloot's composed response to Reese's criticism highlights the difference. One has built a career on championships, the other on excuses. In basketball, as in life, it isn't words that define you, it's actions.